Hello, everybody. It is Press Buttons. Welcome to another episode for the Tech Podcast with Press Buttons. I am so glad y'all can be with me today. So, welcome to Tech Weekly Array. I know it's been a second since I've been back on here. I wanted to do it last week, but I went to a movie. I went to go see the new Primate movie last week on opening night, and it was great. I loved it. It was a great movie. But yeah. So anyway, we're gonna talk about technically leader rate. We got some good Apple news to talk about. So first thing, Apple is announcing. So apparently, Apple Health will be coming to ChatGPT. So y'all know the thing where you click the plus button in ChatGPT, and you can click on more, and then like apps, and you can do all these apps. Like for example, there is like Canva, Adobe Photoshop, Apple Music, Spotify, TripAdvisor, Target, Zillow, Instacart, Expedia, Booking.com, all of those. Well, it looks like what's going to happen is we are actually going to be getting Apple Health. So they're actually going to call this ChatGPT Health. So ChatGPT Health is a dedicated section inside ChatGPT focused specifically on health and wellness queries separate from regular chats, designed to give personalized responses based on user provided health data, not generic internet info. It is not a diagnostic tool and doesn't replace medical advice from a healthcare professional. This is not going to replace a doctor. You're still going to need to go see a doctor. This will be kind of like an assistant or a tool to help you understand more about yourself for your health. Well, health fits in. ChatGPT Health can connect to Apple Health on iPhone to pull in wellness and activity data you choose to share. This includes things like steps and activity levels, sleep and rest patterns, heart rate, and or other tracked health metrics. The exact categories depend on what Apple Health tracks and what you allow ChatGPT to access. And this is why it matters. With Apple Health connected, ChatGPT can look at your actual data when answering your questions like, why might I be feeling more tired lately? What trends do my sleep patterns show? What should I ask my doctor based on my recent labs? This grounds responses in your real data, making guidance more relevant than general info. ChatGPT Health keeps all health conversations and data separate from regular ChatGPT chats. Health data shared in the space isn't used to train OpenAI's core models. You control exactly what you share. It can disconnect Apple Health at any time. ChatGPT Health isn't a medical diagnosis system. It helps interpret patterns and prepare for doctor visits, not replace a clinician. AI responses can sometimes be inaccurate or misleading if the data is incomplete or misinterpreted. You can discuss how listeners might use this feature in real life. Track trends in sleep, workouts, activity, summarize and explain recent blood work or health reports before appointments, and get personalized lifestyle advice based on your tracked metrics, such as sleep and steps. So that's really good, really good. So we are also on another, we've already talked about this, but we've talked about Apple for Gemini, for the new Smarter and Greater Siri that is coming out this year in the spring. iOS 26.24 or iOS 26.4 is when we're going to have our first look at the new Smarter Siri. So this is going to be a multi-year AI partnership. Apple and Google have confirmed a multi-year collaboration under which Google's Gemini AI models and cloud technologies will serve as the backbone for Apple's next generation of AI features, most notably the revamped Siri and broader Apple Intelligence capabilities. Apple spent significant time evaluating multiple AI model providers, including OpenAI, Anthropic, and others, and ultimately chose Google Gemini as the most capable foundation. The deal is widely seen as a major win for Google's AI efforts and underscores the company's competitive position versus rivals like OpenAI. The announcement contributed to Alphabet, Google's parent company, crossing a $4 trillion market valuation, underscoring investor confidence tied to AI momentum. Multiple reports, including Bloomberg, indicate Apple is expected to pay roughly $1 billion with a B per year to license Gemini models. Potential total value could be $5 billion. Analysts estimate the multi-year deal could be worth up to around $5 billion over time, factoring in recurring fees and custom support costs. It's structured as a cloud and AI service agreement. Google supplies and maintains the AI model technology. Apple handles deployment and infrastructure on its end. So, here's how it's going to work, technically. Google is providing customized Gemini models, reportedly around 1.2 trillion parameters, tailored to Apple's needs. Rather than processing directly on Google servers, the AI workload will run inside Apple's private cloud compute, which is the PCC environment, meaning Apple retains control of user data and privacy protections. Apple refers to the resulting AI systems as Apple Foundation models, which are based on or trained with Google Gemini's technology, but still operate within Apple's ecosystem and privacy frameworks. Siri and Apple Intelligence features will combine. Gemini AI will be for advanced reasoning, large-scale language understanding, and summarization. Apple's own models for on-device tasks and services where appropriate. This hybrid approach aims to balance performance and privacy at the same time. Siri's next major upgrade, delayed several times, is now slated for the launch with iOS 26.4, which is going to be expected in the spring of 2026. We are right now, I'm on the beta program. Right now, currently, as of, I'm recording this on Friday, January 16th, but when y'all listen to this, it'll be the 17th or later. But right now, we are on 26.3 beta 2. So we're getting somewhat close. I think there will be one more beta, then the RC, which will be like the final product before the iOS 26.3 actually releases to the public. And then after that, the developers or the beta testers are going to be able to have access, including me, be able to test out the iOS 26.4. And then that's going to include the new revamped Siri. I'm just extremely excited for this. This is going to be the most hype for iOS. So basically, it will rely heavily on Gemini for better natural language understanding, conversational replies that feel more context aware, multi-step assistant tasks, enhanced reasoning and world knowledge responses, capabilities to create documents or summaries on demand. This aims to make Siri far more capable and useful than previous versions. Systems beyond Siri, such as generalized AI systems within iOS and macOS, will also be built on Apple's foundation models derived from Gemini technology. This marks a notable departure from Apple's traditionally in-house centric approach to core technologies. Apple is essentially outscoring part of its generative AI engine to a major competitor, though it insists the user experience remains fully Apple branded. Getting deep integration into Apple's ecosystem gives Gemini a huge installed base and distribution opportunity, helping position Google ahead of rivals in the AI race. Some experts argue the deal could invite scrutiny around market power and competitive dynamics, especially given the existing search engine partnership between Google and Apple. Okay, and finally, we are going to talk about a new subscription Apple is starting. The Apple is going to be called Apple Creator Studio. Okay, Apple Creator Studio is a new subscription bundle from Apple that brings together many of its professional creative applications and premium productivity enhancements into a single monthly or annual plan. It's going to launch on January 28th as a major part of Apple's strategy to expand its services, revenue, and attract content creators, students, and professionals. This subscription is positioned as a competitor to offerings like Adobe Creative Cloud by providing similar tools at a significantly lower price point. Subscribers get access to the core suite of Apple Creative apps as well as additional tools and features. So the Apple Creator Studio will include Final Cut Pro, professional video editing on Mac and iPad, Logic Pro, music production and audio editing on Mac and iPad, Pixelmator Pro, which is image editing and design on Mac and iPad, and it's actually coming to the first time on iPad. Motion graphics and animation. Compressor is advanced export and encoding tools, which is on Mac. Motion's on Mac only. And then Mainstage, which is only on Mac, is live performance audio tool. Now, the subscription also unlocks premium templates, media, and intelligent features in Apple's productivity app. So, of course, these are Keynote, Pages, Numbers, and Freeform. Keynote. It can auto-draft slides, presenter notes, and layout cleanup. The Pages is advanced editing tools in image creation. Numbers is magic fill to auto-generate formulas or data. Freeform is a later inclusion. Enhanced creative whiteboarding and collaboration features. Content Hub, curated high-quality photos, graphics, and illustrations integrated across apps. So Keynote is like PowerPoint or Google Slides. Pages is Word or Google Docs. Numbers is Google Sheets or Excel. Freeform is like kind of like drawing, kind of. But anyway, Apple's press release emphasizes these apps remain free to use in their basic version, but the premium content and intelligence enhancements are unlocked only via the Creator Studio subscription. Apple Creator Studio introduces AI-powered tools designed to accelerate and simplify creative workflows. For Final Cut Pro, transcript search, find clips based on words spoken, visual search, locate moments in footage by object or action, beat detection, align edits with musical beats automatically, and Montage Maker, which is only on iPad. AI assembles a compelling edit quickly for social sharing. This actually may be useful for me. I've never used Final Cut Pro because I'm sure it's probably incredibly, hard to use, but honestly, maybe worth it for me if I get an iPad or a Mac. Logic Pro, Synth Player, AI-powered synthesizer performance, Chord ID, automatically generates chord progressions, expand sound libraries, and natural language search in loops and samples. Image productivity, super resolution and auto crop, intelligent image upscaling and layout suggestions, magic fill, which is in Numbers, auto-generate spreadsheet data based on patterns, slide generation and presenter notes, which is Keynote beta, generative context creation using advanced models, including OpenAI integration for image generation from text, and the prices, we'll say the prices at the very end, but Apple Creator Studio represents a new service revenue stream for Apple beyond hardware sales, a competitive offering versus Adobe Creative Cloud given a much lower price point, a move to integrate AI-driven creative workflows directly into Apple's ecosystem while prioritizing user privacy and on-device processing where possible. Now, Apple still sells standalone versions of the core creative apps on the Mac App Store, like Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, Pixelmator Pro, Motion, Compressor, and Mainstage. These one-time purchases remain valid and can coexist with the subscription versions, which have unique icons. However, some commentators note that future major features might be tied more closely to the subscription edition over time. This has sparked debate among pro users and the shift towards subscription software, especially given Apple's history of offering permanent licenses. Forums, macOS or Mac, it'll be only if it's on macOS 26 or later. Some apps require Apple Silicon. iPad could be on iPad OS 26 or later. Some intelligent editing features depend on the specific hardware like M1 or later. iPhone, intelligence features via updated productivity apps, and the Vision Pro supported where applicable per Apple's official documentation. Existing one-time purchase versions of creative apps like Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, etc. continue to function and are not removed, but only the subscription version receives premium content and new intelligence tools. The standard subscription, it will start at $12.99 a month or $129 per year. It will include a 1-month free trial for new subscribers or for students or educators. It'll be $2.99 a month or $30 per year, which is incredibly cheap. New device bonus. up to 3 months free with a qualifying Mac or iPad purchase. Family sharing, standard subscription can be shared with up to 5 family members under Apple's family sharing. So you do not have to pay extra for family sharing whatsoever. Kind of like Apple Music, you have to pay, extra to share with family. This you will not have to whatsoever. So anyway, guys, that's go you get. Thank you all so much for watching or listening to the Tech Podcast Press Buttons. Holding a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.